Welcome to Outlier on Air. We are in LA here at We Labs, and we have Robbie Brown and Ted Sieving, co-founders.
CEO, COO.
CEO, COO, and we'd like to get into your story here in a minute, actually. But they welcomed us in behind the scenes to their co-working space here in LA, and we're going to meet some of the tenants here, this is a great creative space, so I can't wait to dig into this. But thank you for welcoming us.
You're welcome.
I'd love to know, first of all, your space is very unique. There's artwork everywhere. You're definitely geared toward creative types. Can you tell us, first of all, just a little overview about it?
Well, we are a collaborative co-work space for entrepreneurs, freelancers, people with a vision that they're trying to make manifest. The way that we help them in that is by providing the space through private offices, dedicated assigned work desks, and also communal workspace. But we go a little bit farther in that we develop personal relationships with our members so that we know what their projects are. We know what roadblocks they may encounter, what skill sets they may need to bring onto their project. As you know, with co-work spaces and with entrepreneurs and freelancers, they kind of come and go as they please. You
Right.
may have some people who come in at certain times a day, and some people may never cross paths. So we make sure that people who need to meet each other, and then also we market our members' abilities, skill sets, their businesses to the outside community of Long Beach, so that we're not only growing their business here within We Labs, but in our local economy here. And that's another facet of We Labs. We're trying to keep the creative and tech entrepreneurs and freelancers here in Long Beach, supplementing or stimulating the economy here in Long Beach, rather than going out of the area to do the things that they want to do.
Cool. So how long have you been here in existence?
We Labs has been in existence for 2 years.
Okay.
We've been here in this building for 1 year. We started up the street on Pine and Broadway here in downtown Long Beach. In a smaller space, it was kind of laid out a little bit differently. And after a little while, it looked like we were going to need a little bit of a different configuration, if you will. And we found this space, and it's really worked out well for us.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how you got your start here. I understand that Marcus, your founder, started this space. Let us know a little bit about him and how that all began.
Marcus, he was a bit of a rock star here in Long Beach.
And he's on your shirt.
He's
right
on
now.
my shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. He's still here. He was an event promoter. He had a background in real estate for a little while, but he was his philosophy was kind of the embodiment of the We Labs philosophy before We Labs ever even came up into his head. He was the type of person who would see someone doing something really great and know that there's other people who would be perfect to help that happen, and make sure those people got together. And so, that being the way that he was, it was just kind of a natural thing for this vision to evolve out of just his personality. He was a born collaborator. That's what he did here in Long Beach. There are events and projects that are still going on that he instigated, and so he brought that philosophy of collaboration in the community into this concept for We Labs. He met me. I had been in Long Beach for only a couple of months. I was volunteering with an art gallery organization, and we met, and he heard what I wanted to do in the artistic community here, and it really dovetailed into what he was trying to bring together with We Labs. This is before he had a space or any other partners or anything like that. He just brought me into to be his partner. Just after hearing what I had to say, my philosophy of helping people monetize their talents and gain food and shelter from doing, realizing their dreams. And so, we started up 2 years ago. About 3 months ago, Marcus suddenly passed away, and we had quite a few goals that we were trying to make happen at the time. One being transitioning from a sole proprietorship under Marcus into a actual corporation, and then also bringing this PadNet satellite to We Labs in conjunction with the local public access station. And so, and then there's many other things that we're carrying on that he was definitely trying to make happen here at We Labs. And with his family, we are continuing his vision, making it grow. We've got a stack this high of handwritten notes that he made on
Wow.
where he wanted We Labs to go in the future, and so we're taking that roadmap and building upon it and keeping
Cool.
it going.
Very cool. It's a great story, and I understand some of this artwork on the wall was his.
Yes.
And
The artwork behind me was in his office, and the artwork around you was from
Wow.
his house. He was a big supporter of the arts. He lived in the East Village Arts District, just a little bit east of the building here.
Well, that's a great tribute to him, what you're doing to continue the vision and write down to his handwritten notes. So, Ted, how did you get involved?
Well, it's kind of building off of what you just said. I mean, the tribute to Marcus really came together of us having to collaborate when he passed away. We kind of said it amongst ourselves and with his mom, but it was, it forced everyone to do what he always wanted everyone to do, which was work together. But I've been there in the background, kind of helping out with some legal advice. I'm an attorney, and also just some general, business advice and strategy stuff that Marcus liked to kind of get my take on things. And I'd pitch in at the labs, the old one or this one. But I actually met him the first night I came to Long Beach, so
Cool.
I'm one of the other members there at the old space. I started doing some work with her, and she brought me in, and it was a perfect introduction to Long Beach, because like he said, he was a rock star. So we'd walk down the street, he knew everybody. He was sort of a rock star / mayor combination guy.
Isn't that a great aspect of running a co-working space? You meet so many people, just so many interesting people, and you can really become a connector, like you're saying, which is really rewarding.
And so many of the members in this space and the old space came from those relationships, of course.
Yeah.
They didn't come in the door and say, I want to rent an office. They got to know him a little bit and then said, oh, that's an incredibly cool idea. I'm doing video production or game development or web app, whatever it may be, and I'd love to come to the space, and maybe I can use that graphic designer over there rather than pick one off the web or that coder. So those relationships are how the space grew organically. And
Wow.
It makes it so cool because the people are here and they really believe in it. I mean, the members are what make a co-work space actually.
Absolutely, you can
Fun.
feel the vibe as you walk in. I mean, the artwork and right away we're hearing about people's projects. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about this satellite.
Well, this is what's called a PadNet satellite. PadNet is the local public access television station. So members of the public access television station can come here, access a field camera kit that they can take out, create footage. Then they can bring it back here and reserve time at an editing bay, make that footage into a program, and then they can submit it to PadNet for air. And since public access is a government entity, and it's one of its main functions is putting the power of media in the public's hands, and there's that element of free speech there. Anything that you create for PadNet and you submit to them for air, they have to air it. It's not a submission process.
Wow.
Anything
Power
that
to
you
the
create,
people.
Exactly, and that definitely dovetails into We Lab's mission of entrepreneurialism.
You're not the only one. Believe me, we practice it.
I have to say it so many times every day. It really dovetails into that mission because just putting yourself into that situation where you can where you have those resources is a very entrepreneurial type of thing to do.
Sure.
You actually have to take those steps to become a member of public access. You have to take the steps to go and get the equipment, make it, come back here and edit it and submit it. It's an action-oriented thing. It's doing things, and so that's what We Labs is here for, is to spur doers to do things. So
Get out there.
there.
So tell me a couple of things. First of all, tell me a little bit about your tenants. So very creative vibe. You mentioned video, graphic design, creative.
Definitely.
How many?
We have about 25 to 30 monthly members, and then there's probably about 40 or so that are day pass people who come by to use day passes, have part-time memberships, that type of thing. But they're all local talent. There's there are a couple of national corporations that do have satellite offices here in We Labs, but by and large, it's small businesses, people who are offering their skill sets at reasonable prices. They're trying to form these business relationships with people here in Long Beach.
Sure.
In order to make those resources available to people who can't afford to go to a pricey advertising agency or graphic designer.
Why would you want that when you've got
exactly,
all of this?
Exactly.
A lot of collaboration.
And the people who are here, they're doers. They're people who had a vision or have a vision, and they're trying to make that manifest. And we here at We Labs kind of call this area Bootstrap Beach, kind of playing on that Silicon Valley kind of moniker, where we have people here who take that first step themselves. They don't wait for the venture capital. They don't wait for a big investor to come along and throw money at it and make it happen there. We are the type of people who make that happen, and when we've got something cool to show, then come along and see where we can take it. But yeah, we want to kind of make that moniker something that people, whenever they think of Long Beach, that type of vibe comes to their heads.
So when you say Silicon Beach, what did you call it? Bootstrap Beach.
Bootstrap Beach.
Okay, so it's more like we're digging in, we're bootstrapping it. That's what we're known for.
Exactly, and that's how We Lab started. We haven't had any type of investment or anything like that. What we've done here, we did bootstrapping. And,
Sweet.
Attention, Outlier entrepreneurs across the globe. In our obsession to help you start, grow, and scale, we're traveling from city to city to pull back the curtain and show you what's going on in the startup world and exactly what entrepreneurs are doing to be successful. In the thousands of interactions that we've had with outliers like you, we've learned a ton and we've listened to your needs. We've been working literally day and night to offer you an even better experience at outliermagazine.co. We've just released a brand new website where you'll be able to easily find video and audio podcast interviews, as well as articles all about what's going on in the startup world, entrepreneurship, events, and tech. Don't forget to find the bonus videos that we've posted for you, where we've gone behind the scenes to tour the paths of high-profile entrepreneurs, startups, and co-working spaces, and showing you exactly what environment they work in, what their teams look like, even what they eat for some of them. Now, the thing that's going to blow the roof off this website is you. Now, you can go on outliermagazine.co, click join, and have a totally interactive experience. You'll be invited to webinars and Q&A sessions with experts and high-profile entrepreneurs and hangout sessions with other outliers. So come be a part of the interactive Outlier Magazine experience at outliermagazine.co.
Love that. We're all about that at Outlier. So I'd love to know some of your cool success stories that have come out of here, some really cool products. I mean, I've heard of a few that we'll hear from later, but tell us.
Well, let's see. I think the thing that I'm most proud of here at We Labs is the community of freelancers that we've brought together.
Sure.
You really can't say enough about that type of mentality, and we've brought together a community of freelancers who work together. They trade gigs. They refer each other, and I think that's in itself a really great thing to have here in Long Beach. We're starting to become known for being that hub of freelancers.
Sure.
And then, but then specifically, there's one of our founding members, D.W. Farrell, is I believe he's president of the Long Beach Tech organization, which is an organization that bolsters the tech and startup community here in Long Beach. But he's got so many different projects going on. One being Localism, which is an organization that comes up with systems and processes and events and resources that deal with bolstering the local economy through. They're coming up with a gift card that can be used through or for local merchants, and by using that gift card, you get different perks and what have you. There is.
Well, he's got the Independence Week, the Indie Week coming up.
That's correct.
That is basically all, and you're going to sense a lot of Long Beach pride, the Bootstrap Beach and all this. But that's really what it was about for Marcus, and it is for a lot of people. But so he's doing this Independent Business Week. It's a local thing here, but it is a national campaign. This is the first time, I guess, it's really been done in California in any kind of a major way. But so there will be a bunch of local businesses highlighted. And he worked on that project with a couple of different members of ours for some different aspects. So we have a group here that, and Marcus was actually a founding member of this, but he passed away before the group actually started doing any of their programming, but the Society for Long Beach Music, which highlights the great tradition of a lot of different varieties of music that have come out of Long Beach and a lot of people don't know about, whether it's punk rock, everybody hears Snoop Dogg, but there's a lot of other great stuff that has come from Long Beach. And so this group worked with DW's group and the Independence Week thing to get together a concert series that's going to work in conjunction with it. So that's one of our members here that also co-founded that with Marcus, and she and another woman, they've kind of worked in tandem with him. So they were able to benefit a little bit financially, but also do the thing they're really passionate about. This, because the Society for Long Beach Music is a passion project, of course. That's
right.
Not where the big bucks are yet, but so they were able to actually make a little bit of money doing that, and the thing that they really, really love, and also honor Marcus a little bit too. So it was kind of this perfectly organic thing that illustrated everything about We Labs, and even included Marcus beyond the grave. But it was a cool,
very cool
thing to see. And that's I think that's going to be from June 28th to July 6th or something.
Okay.
Independence Week. So.
Where can we find out about that?
There's a big banner on the door, but then I think they have a website.
Where can they find out about it?
I think it's indieweek.com.
Indieweek.com.
LB.
Okay.
Yes. We'll get you that
Cool.
for sure.
We'll love it. So dig out one of your major struggles throughout this time. You've been here since basically the beginning of this whole vision. What's a major struggle that you've had, and how'd you get through it?
Probably the biggest struggle is communicating our exact vision and our exact concept. As you know, it's a little bit different from the normal co-work space.
How so?
In that we really delve into getting to know our members on a really basic level. It really is. It's not just hey, how you doing? Give me a blurb on what you do and type of thing, and that's it.
Hi, bye.
We have lunch together. I go around the space and plop myself in somebody's chair and say, hey, what are you doing today? What are you working on?
Are they ever like, get out of here now?
It's definitely not like that, because
it's very collaborative.
We Labs attracts the type of people who want to interact. If you don't want to interact, you really won't feel.
You might get screened out.
Yeah,
it's not an automatic. Robbie does, and we do want to make sure we have the right kind of like-minded people
Sure.
in the space.
So that's been a challenge, though, to communicate that message to people, what that's all about?
It seems like the whole co-working concept, at least here in the microcosm of Long Beach, was really hard to get across. We're the very first co-working space, and still the only co-working space in Long Beach. And so the people who were familiar with the term were already going to Santa Monica or downtown LA for a co-work space. The people who were left here who didn't know about it, we had our elevator speech practiced to the nines and delivered it all over town, and what came back to us was that we were a space that rented out conference rooms.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was about that point. Okay, we really can't be coy about this.
How'd you overcome that?
We still are overcoming it.
Yeah.
It's co-working is still a very foreign concept, but what has changed is that people are starting to recognize We Labs. They're starting to recognize that it is a place where you can go to find creative people and creative ideas. I get Facebook messages and texts come to my phone. You guys are idea people, right? And
They
so
just reach out to you.
Yeah, totally. So so I know we are overcoming it.
Can I come in for a second?
Please do.
I would say that, to me, the way that because I've seen it grow and sort of from the outside at first, and then I was working out of actually a corner office over here for a while with a video production company doing their legal work and some other stuff. But the concept has been proven now. Like when you said you walked in and you could feel the creativity and the vibe.
Absolutely.
And so now the challenge is more so to highlight and show that to the public, and that's more of a marketing issue. But now we have a proven concept to show, and if we get people in the space, then they can feel it and they can hear it from our members. Our members are organically spreading the word too throughout, whether it's city council members, downtown business associations, or just their friends. They're saying, We Labs is really working for me. I couldn't have been doing what I'm doing with my small business without them.
Nice.
Because we are very adaptive to their needs. Whether, like Robbie said earlier, they have to be here at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, or it's the middle of the day, we're going to try to make things work for them. But, once we get people in here, they can see it, they can feel it. And so now it's just a matter of, on a larger level, communicating that out. But at least, from my view, it's now the concept is proven. It's just a matter of spreading the word.
Yeah. Cool. So, me not being from the area, why Long Beach? What's the draw?
Well, I would say it's the creative undercurrent that is bubbling here, especially right now. It has been for some time, but there's really kind of been a sea change in everything from local government to local business, the landscape of our immediate locale here in downtown Long Beach. Things have there's a lot of potential, a lot of kinetic energy happening right here, and it's got to be tapped. I love this city itself. The way that I describe it is taking all the best things from L.A., Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, and sticking them right next to the beach. It's just
it adds like a little bit of a laid back vibe.
It really does, but there's so much.
This is
so
how
many
lawyers
doers
dress
here.
in Long Beach. Like
Yeah,
this.
exactly. There you go.
I've been told I'm
How
the
cool
most
is that?
Fun lawyer. Someone said you're the funniest lawyer I've ever met, and I said I think that's the biggest compliment you could give me. But yeah, and I think along with that, why Long Beach? I mean, I know Marcus really believed in, like Robbie said, the talent that's here. But the reason We Labs is needed is because, going back to the bootstrap beach term.
Yep.
That funding isn't there. People don't think of Long Beach as a place where, I'm going to go invest in a small business and blow it up. They think I'm going to Silicon Valley or maybe San Francisco, downtown, wherever it may be, big cities, L.A., Santa Monica, all these places, but they don't think of Long Beach. They don't realize the talent is there. They think of it either as, they've got Snoop Dogg and gangster rap, and they've got some, port there, and I don't know what else is going on. They don't really come down and LA is a big draw, Silicon, or Santa Monica, all that. So I think it's kind of unleashing that talent by providing the space. You know, Marcus's quote on the entryway there, where genius can thrive. You know, we're creating
Cool.
the environment where genius can thrive, but it's giving those people the opportunities and just a little bit of, you know, support, whether it's being here late at night or providing the patented equipment or the networking they can do with people that are actually looking to help and not just charge them
Right.
hundreds of dollars an hour. It really lets that talent then thrive and explode and then put Long Beach on the map as it should be, because there are great artists and technology people and you know, across the board there's talent here, but it's not really known.
Right. Well, here's our effort to
There you
make
go.
it known.
Thank you for being
And
here, yeah.
you know, we visited several of these spaces, and we run one ourselves, and they're all different. They all have their strengths, and obviously creativity is a big one here. And so it's been great to like. I can't wait to go through the space, and we'll show that in a bonus video. Go to our website outliermagazine.co, and you will see the walkthrough of this space, We Labs, and all the great artwork and just the creative vibe. So thanks for walking us through your business, and we can't wait to meet some of your other startups, and we appreciate it.
Right on. Thank you.
Okay.